Hi everyone, Joe here back with another vlog, and I can safely say it's definitely been less time since the last one than the one before, and I know that for a fact because I'm sat here 2 minutes after finishing recording the last one, which is the joy of editing. We're going to have a serious chat today, and it's going to be quite a serious one, quite an emotional one, and I'm not going to be talking about physical health really at all or so much. I'm going to really be focusing on mental stuff. Which I guess is my trigger warning for this video, is that I'm going to be talking about some stuff that is really not great to have thoughts about, and hopefully you should never have to think about. In the grand scheme of things, it's hopefully something that you'd never have to deal with, ever, anyone. But unfortunately, 1 in 2 of us will at some point in our lifetime. Because, cancer is cancer. So, on we go. The mental effects of cancer and the mental effects it's been having on me recently. One of the reasons for large gaps between videos is the taxing and the real mental taxing, exhausting part of having cancer is thinking about it all the time. There's no escape. There is literally no escape from it. You watch TV, there's always an advert, whether it be for Macmillan or Cancer Research. And Macmillan, fantastic organisation, really helpful, great, wonderful. But when you've got cancer, it's just another reminder that you're sitting there watching a TV show that you might enjoy. I particularly have some guilty pleasure TV shows which I like to watch, and I watch them on a streaming service, all four. Right, and they always have an advert for. I'm not going to say an advert for cancer. It's not trying to advertise to buy cancer, but it's an advert for talking about cancer or getting checked up for it or donating to it for a charity or all that kind of stuff. And you can't escape from it. You can't escape from it in media. And when I say media, I'm talking about entertainment media. So whether you're watching a TV show, a soap, a movie, it's difficult to escape. Right? A really good example is the Creed movie. Right? Anyone seen Creed? Spin-off of the Rocky movies. Sylvester Stallone, so he's playing Rocky, and his wife died of cancer, and then he gets it. And it's just like, oh, fuck. And they show him going through chemo. And it was a very different experience to me going through chemo. But the way it gets depicted is you either die from it really quick, or you get well really, really quick. And, he worked through it, and it was all good. It was like, wicked. But there's no escaping it. Can't. It's there again. Also, and this is very much like a choice that I made that has caused it to be inescapable for me, is documenting it and talking about it and choosing to be active about it and share my experiences online and be open and be honest about it. And because I have many different groups that I move within. So I have cancer support groups that I follow on Facebook, and I'm a member of, and I talk in, and some of you will be watching this now, and you'll be like, yeah, you're right, it is difficult to escape from it. But then there'll be other people from my gaming community who don't necessarily understand that happens, or you don't realise it. Like, you're blind to something until you know that it's there. Think about it's a good one for gamers, is if you have a dead pixel on a monitor. No. If you didn't know it's there and you'd never noticed it before, and then suddenly you do, that's all you can see, and it's always there, and it's always noticeable. Or if there's a particular bug in a computer game, you notice it and it's there. Or a blooper in a movie. So say if you're watching Star Wars New Hope, and you see the stormtrooper run in and knock his head on the door on the way in, whilst they're aboard the Death Star. There's that. Once you've seen it, it will never go. And it becomes something that you'll constantly become aware of. It's a crude example, but it's there. So for me, talking about it, these different groups, is that it means that when I bump into people from there, or they know me, they recognise me, they will want to ask, and it will be there, and it will hang in the air, and it's always the elephant in every conversation, every room, and it's a, how are you doing? Well, I mean, do you want me to tell you exactly how I'm doing? Do you want this kind of warm, comforting lie, or cold, painful truth? And I always go for the cold, painful truth, because worst case scenario, it's a bit awkward for a bit, but you walk away with knowing exactly how things are, no misunderstandings, and then you know about it. But that is tiring. Me having the conversation and me talking about it and talking matter of fact about things is very disconnected and very removed from the reality of me going through it. And the reality of me going through it hits me at strange times. A couple of weeks ago, I was up reasonably late playing computer games, because I kind of dread going to sleep, because I always wake up feeling like crap. And normally what happens is that I wake up feeling like crap, and then as the day goes on, I feel a bit better. Now, that was kind of happening, and then it was late and I was playing a game, and I thought, oh, I'll put some music on. Big mistake. Big mistake. You know, I'm just sitting there, just blubbing away, tears streaming down my face. It's late at night, wife's asleep, I don't want to wake her up. She works hard, she needs to sleep. I've been told on numerous occasions I can wake her up and talk if I need to, but I don't want to. I don't want to be an inconvenience. And I'm there, and it's happening, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm miserable. But you kind of got to get it out. And the things that upset me is the reality of the situation, is that it is getting worse. There is no other side. There is no winning. There's no beating it. I'm someone who's never ever been content with stalemate or with losing. Ever. I want to win. I like to win. I like to be in control, and I like to be strong with it. I like to know what happens next. I like knowledge. And there's a lot of unknowns in the future. All of it's an unknown. Next week's an unknown. Tomorrow, this is where I get you with the old editing thing. Yeah, I'm going for my FNA tomorrow. So remember I said in the last video that I was going for it tomorrow? Same day, I'm recording the same day. So it's unknown. I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm going to get there. I don't know what the room's going to look like when you walk in. I'm at a point where I know what the CT room looks like when I go and have a CT scan, and I know the routine of getting a CT scan. Do I know the routine of having an FNA at the Royal Marsden in London? No, I don't. I've never had one there, so I don't know. I've had 2 done previously at Luton. I knew what that was like for the second one, but before that you don't know, and you never know how it's going to feel, if it's going to be uncomfortable, and you have a lot of, I guess, anxiety about it, of what's happening next. And yeah, I mean, I always had those issues. They're pre-existing, always had them, but they're always low stakes. What's going to happen at work today? Oh, I don't know. Am I going to get an email that's shitty from a manager? Maybe, almost 100%, probably, yeah. I haven't worked there for years, so I don't mind saying that now. Or am I gonna go to the gym, and then once I've gone to the gym, is there going to be someone in the squat rack, either curling or doing squats? Is there someone going to be there? I don't know. That's going to be a real pain in the backside if there is, because in which case I'm going to have to start to think about something else I'm going to do instead of the exercise. Do I ask to work in? Not really. I don't really like talking to people I don't know, which is ironic. That's the case. I worked in telecommunications, a call centre, and now I vlog to strangers. It's weird, isn't it? Weird how things turn around. But stuff like that, that always existed, and I was never a fan of it. But now the stakes have been upped. It's been turned up to 11. And like I said, a couple of weeks ago, sat there crying, blubbing, and it was just over the unknown. And it was over the ridiculousness that this was happening. The utter ridiculousness. And I know that I handle it well. because people tell me I do. But then there are some times where I don't, and there are some times where I need to talk about me not handling it well. And when you handle something well for such a long time, I feel as though it's quite difficult to then go on and not handle it well in front of people, where you have to have your matter-of-fact conversations. I've had these conversations with my parents, with my wife, and where I've had this sit down, talk, and be like, look, you know, this is only going to have one outcome at the end. I mean, yeah, it's great saying that, you know, no one gets out of life alive, but it's not the same. It's not the same as knowing that you have a shadow over you that's growing darker and heavier as time goes on, and it's measurable. It's not the same, especially when you're at a young age still. I mean, I'm 38 this year, which, to be fair, never thought I was going to see that age, but I should probably calm down because I'm not there yet. But you have that where you think about the future that you're not going to have, and you think it's unfair, and you get angry about it, and it's a real smelting pot of emotion, and you don't know how to handle it sometimes. And you can talk about it, and sometimes that will help, but it has to get worse before it gets better. And this is where I might be in a position where I can offer some advice to someone who's in a similar situation, which is talking about stuff is fucking hard. And being open and raw with your emotions and being vulnerable is fucking hard. But you wear that and you do it, you will be stronger and better, and you will feel a lot better afterwards. Even if you come up with no plan, zero plan of what you're going to do the day after, you get to share things, you get to talk about things, you get to talk them through, and you get to say, oh, I don't know why I'm feeling so anxious, or I'm angry about something but I don't know what I'm angry about. You sit there and you start talking to someone, and you can get it out, and it helps. It definitely helps. One of the things that I do these vlogs about it, and one of the reasons why I do these vlogs is because it's a chance for me to talk and have almost a stream of consciousness going for however long the video is. For example, it's 12.5 minutes already. Bloody hell. I just talk. I just talk about how I'm feeling, what comes to my mind, and I don't want to tell anyone how to live. And if you're watching this video, I don't want you to try and tell me how to live. Don't tell me how to die. I won't tell you how to. It's fair. But what I can do is say, if you want to carry on going, and you do want someone to talk to, then look to your friends, look to your family, look to counselling, look to the Samaritans even. I'm not a huge fan of them because they're a religious organisation, but there you go. That's just personal, that's me. But they have people that you just phone up and talk to, and you just talk, and they'll listen. They won't offer you advice, they'll just listen. And sometimes that's all you need, it's just someone to listen. And it's amazing how not talking can build up the nasty shit, the nasty feelings inside you, and it becomes this knot in your gut that you can't get rid of. And sometimes you have to unravel it and talk to people, and that's good. Or talk to a camera, like I am. I have mentioned I like a plan, and this is one of these places where I can talk about the certainties. And one of the reasons why my videos aren't consistent is because sometimes I don't want to sit down and I don't want to talk about cancer. And actually, I never want to sit down and talk about cancer, ever. My cancer, I don't want to fucking talk about it, really, but I have to. Because if I don't, I'll melt down. So I have to talk about it. I have to talk about the facts. I have to lay it all out, the order of the way things are going, and it helps me put things in line and in place where I can organise my thoughts and hopefully come out of it in a stronger, better way. I know I'm dying. I know that I don't have much time left. My cancer continues to advance. Every scan, something new pops up, or something has changed, or we're running short on treatments, and I know that, and I understand the implications of it. Do I know the reality of it? Do I know the experience of going through it and what that will be like? No, I've got no fucking clue. And I'm not an expert in living with cancer. I'm not an expert of dying of cancer. I'm not an expert in treating cancer. I am only an expert in what I have been through. And that goes to everyone. It goes to everyone out there who has cancer, who is going through something similar, any terminal condition. You are the expert in it. You know how you feel. You know what you need. And asking for it is good. Pain relief. Another pillow. Can you get me a drink, please? I'm in pain. Today I hurt. And it doesn't have to be physical pain. Sometimes it's emotional pain. And I have that, where I don't want to do anything. You know, I sit there and I kind of wait out the day, basically. I wait out the day for my one highlight, which is to sit there, eat dinner with my wife, and watch an episode of Star Trek. Because that's kind of a routine we've gotten into. And sometimes that's what you need. Was this a video I was planning on making? The direction I was planning on taking it? Dunno. Really. It's difficult when you sit there and you just talk. And you talking about something as non-tangible as feelings. Because they change. You know, I can change my feelings by talking about something, and then I'm like, oh, I've got another point I want to hit, I want to talk about, but then I've just spoken about something else that's kind of disarmed it, is a phrase I would probably use. So I will ask at this point, if you've made it this far, if you're still watching, please do have a little bit of respect before asking for updates, just because if I was in a position where I could do one and make one for you, I would. If I had enough information to give to you, I would give it to you. And if I was in a place where I'd be able to, I would. You know, I'd make vlogs every single day talking about stuff, if I was able. But sometimes I'm just simply not. Best thing to do is follow me on Twitter. Actually, follow me on Twitter. That's the place where you're most likely to see if I'm still active. I might post a stupid comment somewhere, a picture, or a weird random thought about something daft. Link is in the description of the video, he says. Well, it will be at this point. But yeah, I think we'll leave it there. I hope that I've given you some kind of insight into the things that I deal with mentally. Probably not. Probably surface stuff. Emotions run deep and they run strong, and sitting there talking about them doesn't always do them justice, and my reaction to things can be, I think the term tilted. I can be tilted by things quite easily, and I get thrown off, and I am put in a mood for a day, and that's when you get to your, oh god, I just need to sleep this off and get over today. You get that. But I hope I hope this helps. I hope this has been interesting. It's just me talking, really, for ages about something. But if you have made it this far and you fancy hitting the like button, go for it. Share it. Maybe it'd be good for someone else to hear how someone else feels and how they talk about stuff, and to know that they're not alone. Their emotions are complicated and they're allowed to be complicated. And you may find yourself in a similar situation. And leave me a comment. But don't leave me a comment telling me if it's helpful. Leave me a comment saying smelting pot, because we say weird stuff on the channel, don't we? So we'll say smelting pot. Yes. I've also been watching a lot of ASMR videos of metal smelting, So that's one of the reasons why that term is quite fresh in my mind. Oh my god, so relaxing. Seriously relaxing, watching people pour molten metal into molds and then watching it harden, set, and they tip it out and they polish the bars. For some reason, mentally relaxing. It's weird, isn't it? Without YouTube, we wouldn't have that. Mental. But right, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. And I will no doubt update you fairly soon with the results from my biopsy that I'm having done. Because hopefully I might have something that resembles results fairly soon. But right, once again, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and take care everyone.